Hello, Internet, and welcome to the newest episode of Tales of Terragia. I am your Dungeon Master and Cosmic Tour Guide, Nick Salentano, and with me are the 6 greatest players on loan from Waterdeep. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
And before we get started, and I know we're all in a rush because we got a big episode ahead of you guys, but before that, make sure to like, subscribe, follow, go ahead and go to all the social media things, Instagram, the X formerly known as Twitter, Threads, all of them. Go ahead and just give us a like and a follow there, and you'll get more nat 20s, we assume.
That's true.
Other reason why it's a real special night, one of our players is having a birthday today. Everyone wish happy birthday to Elliot!
Hey!
Birthday, Elliot. Who knows when this will air, but today in the real world, my birthday.
And Elliot, for your birthday, I'm going to give you one inspiration. So you get one free reroll.
Thank you.
Ooh.
See if it helps.
Yeah, we
Or
shall.
saves.
That's
Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. Last time, our group of heroic heartbreakers devised a plan to try and infiltrate and put a dent into the Tartaruchi, a strange, mysterious cult that seemed to be cultivating something called the lifeblood, a chemical of sorts that seems to have the power to grant the drinker either subtle human mutations or transform them into horrific monstrous beasts, one of the two. Seems to be kind of a scale, depending on what kind of, or how much of this stuff you take. You crafted some makeshift cultist robes, scouted out some ways in and or out of the Horizon's End Lighthouse. You infiltrated the cult, seemingly on a night of some importance. You arrived to see a crowd of about 60 cultists, all gathered around what appears to be their leaders. The tall, dark-skinned woman with the staff, and the Pontifex, an older man that you saw, long scraggly beard underneath his hood, and a bunch of all manner of tubes, pipes, beakers, and flasks protruding from his back that are all bubbling and burbling with this teal ooze. You watch as the cultist volunteered to experience the grand evolution, taking a dose of the lifeblood from the Pontifex before undergoing a drastic and horrendous transformation. Where a simple human man once stood, now rears a massive rhino-like creature with thick leathery hide, a mane down its back of squirming tentacles, and a head that all kind of clusters into a mass of tusks and horns that kind of opens up almost like a starfish of just teeth and that same teal kind of spittle. Says the cultists scatter around you in panic. The Pontifex turns and flees deeper into the laboratory, and the beast's head turns and splits open into a blossom of jagged teeth and viscous ooze. And now that everyone is in place, I'm going to need you all to roll initiative for including some bad guys. All right. The top of the round, we have Harmony starting us off.
I might need a little, if you have like a measurement thingy.
Yes. This is
I gotta measure a cube.
a cube?
Yeah.
What size?
20 foot cube.
20-foot cube.
That's a big cube. I would think so,
This
but it
one?
always ends up not being quite as big as I would think.
You know what? You're right.
These are rough guesstimates, but it's pretty damn close.
Put the angles in there.
I don't think I
Official
can.
measurements.
This guy's out of it. All right, then I guess I can get these 3 guys. Okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna kind of peek out from behind Tem and take one of the little bells that I have and just, and it's like a very high pitched tinkling, like ding 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 ding, ding, and cast Fairy Fire on these 3 guys.
Ooh, alright.
And it's a dex save.
For those 3.
Dex 14.
first one rolled a 13. Second, natural 1. And third, natural 20.
So these two guys, very fired. Do we have a little markery thing or anything?
We do.
Yes. And then they just become outlined in kind of like a glowing, like pinkish violet light.
Mm-hmm.
You can hang it on a side.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
My depth perception. Okay. It should be a little easier to hit those two. Who was next?
As Harmony essentially uses the
Nice too.
highlighter in a textbook in battle form, kind of like
Keyword.
lights
Yeah,
them
yeah.
up with
Nik-Nak is next.
pinkish purple energy.
Oh, and that's that. Start tapping my foot.
And then before I tuck the bell back into its little spot, I'll just a Nik-Nak. And then you feel like a little more like capable and energized, and you have inspiration.
Ooh. Sweet.
Anything else you want to do? Moving or staying where you are?
I'm just gonna move a little bit in, kind of, in my, oh no, that's a different guy. Well, I'm just gonna kind of stay right here between my people. Yeah, that's it.
Peeps.
Excellent. Next in line, we have Nik-Nak.
All right. Feeling a bit energized from Harmony's inspiration that she gave me, I will run just a little bit up to here. They would be within 10 feet of me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He'll kind of like go between them and just go, "Ah!" And he will, as his bonus action, use Draconic Cry. So everyone and me will have advantage on these two guys. And then as his action, he'll just like and like shoot this guy here.
Alright, roll a hit.
All right.
Does that hold for a while, or is it just this round?
It is.
Like, she'll be a little marker.
Let out a cry within 10 feet until the start of your next turn. You and your allies have advantage.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Hey. Oh goodness. 14.
14 hits.
Oof. Yes. All right. Sweet. So that's 2d8, and we will both have to make strength saving throws. It's 11 points of piercing damage.
Alright. And his strength save was 7.
All right, so he gets pushed. Oh gosh,
Into
he's gonna hit
Basil.
Basil. I guess. Would he be like past him, hit him? Would they? What? I don't understand. What?
He's on 15 feet.
Oh, so he
So
would
you'll
be
be
kind of like
past
right
Basil. Basil, make a dexterity saving throw.
there. I'm sorry, Hops.
22.
Alright. Luckily, you're short enough, and as you're kind of like rushing after the Pontifex, this whole body just kind of flies over you and kind of rolls onto the floor in front of you.
Does that
And
knock him prone?
Does it knock him prone? I believe it does. Or does it just push them 15 feet?
it pushes them 10 feet actually.
Oh, 10. It's still about there.
But he also takes an extra 5 points of thunder damage.
Yeah.
And my save was a 14, so I should be good.
You're fine.
Sweet.
So it doesn't knock.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
No, not prone. Yep, that's my turn.
There you go, good one. Yes.
In the heat of battle, and as you just like fire at another person, Nik-Nak, you kind of like watch over and out of the corner of your little draconic eye, you see that woman that you shot before is kind of like using her staff to like pull herself to her feet as she kind of stands up. And you see that your shotgun blast definitely did a sizable amount of damage to her. As she kind of like gets up, you see that there is parts of her face that are kind of hanging off.
Cool.
But not in a way that you kind of expected. There's the pieces of her face that are kind of hanging off, and instead of like muscle tissue, bone, and gore that you would expect to see. There's like the face is peeled off, and then there's another face kind of underneath it. Completely different skin color, completely different eye color.
Ooh.
Looks to be a completely different gender. Almost as if there's just, she's like, they're peeling off onion layers of identities.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Like Mission Impossible.
As she kind of quickly pats her face and kind of like covers it up. She is going to kind of whip that staff around and point it at you. Whisper some things in Primordial as she casts. Let's see, what is she going to cast?
I guess she's pretty far. Would there be any chance that I would, because I have the sword where I can speak and understand Primordial. But if it's...
I mean, you
She's
just...
pretty far away from me, so I don't know if I would hear.
I can make a perception check with my ears.
Use those big ears.
But if it's conceivable, I'll roll.
Yeah.
Inconceivable.
Since both of you now speak Primordial, you can both roll perception checks.
Okay.
Just so you can hear what she's saying.
Let's go, nerds.
Who's those big ears?
19.
19.
Beep, 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 beep.
Oh,
He
no,
has
that wasn't
ears
good.
and
That's not gonna
horns.
do it, probably. That is... perception... 12.
12.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Tam, a bit chaotic for you to hear, but Harmony, you just manage your... You know how in some movie theaters, if you like are in a certain spot, it's almost as if it's like a sound pocket, or it's just the right spot, or like if you snap your fingers, it can be heard almost anywhere.
I understand acoustics, and it's a round room, so I'm standing in just the right spot.
The sound bounces around
Yes,
just
goes
enough.
over the dome sort of thing.
Yeah.
Trying
that
to
New York
use
subway thing.
probably not correct sound technology. Don't come at me.
I just shift. I see her, and I shift a little bit. I'm like, oh, this is right. Yep. Oh, yep.
You do hear that she mutters, there's a faint like tone of recognition in her voice, and then she just, basically what she says in Primordial is the ones with the nest.
No, not me.
And she points that staff over to you, Nik-Nak, and is gonna cast...
I'll just say, she's going after the nest.
She's just gonna throw an Eldritch Blast at you.
No.
Or two, rather. First one is gonna miss. I'm guessing a 10 does not hit you.
It does not.
Second best, better. 17 to hit you.
Miss.
Ooh, alright.
Full Sack Squad can't get hit.
He's a tanky little boy.
She's gonna take just 10 feet forward. She's gonna move, 10 feet forward. And she's again gonna shout in Primordial to the general kind of the cultists that have remained, chosen to remain in all this chaos. Because a lot of them, you did see there was a good ring of 60 of them have now kind of all started to rapidly.
They were running. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of them didn't seem to be aware of what this all kind of involved.
The
Like
zealots.
most
The
cultists
zealots
realized
were-
too little too late, like, oh shit.
This is like a cult.
Yeah,
He
this is
doesn't wanna
probably
be
not
here.
what I was going for.
My family was right.
a bad cult.
One of
Are we
my
the
baddies.
Who knew?
And she shouts in Primordial, the two that can shout Primordial, no perception check needed as she's trying to communicate with everybody in the room. She shouts to the other cultists, the nest, we must retrieve it, we must get inside. Basil, you are up with Anara on deck.
You can run, but you can't hop away from me. I'm going to rabbit hop over him to avoid opportunity attack and move my way up over here and try to attack Pontifex.
Roll to hit.
That would be a 25 to hit.
5. Would normally hit, he's going to use his feature Narrow Escape as he like ducks just a little bit, and your sword slashes through one of the tubes. Kind of
That's
on
where I
his back.
am.
And there's a little spray of that kind of teal ooze that kind of like goes onto the floor a little bit, but he's keeps on trucking.
Fast for an old one. I will then. No, that was already action and bonus action. That's it for me.
Anara, you are up.
Okay, I am going to move 5, 10, 20. Am I within 20 feet there?
Yes.
I am going to pull out the Deathmark dagger, the dagger I picked up from the cultist,
Yes.
and throw it at the Pontifex.
Roll to hit.
Let's go.
17.
17 hits.
Okay. That is 7 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
And I am going to expend one of the charges and mark the Pontifex for death.
We're done. Great.
I don't need to do anything.
Which
Awesome.
allows me to always know the direction that they are in within 1,000 feet.
Nice.
And when, if I'm within 60 feet, I can teleport 60 feet to them and make an attack with the dagger, which immediately returns to my hand after.
Sick.
So cool.
You whip that dagger through the air, and it like sticks into his back. It goes right in between two of the little like flasks and tubes, and you see he does stumble a little bit. And then there's like a
Back
flash
to you
of
later.
shadow before it's back in your hand.
And then with we established that if I draw a weapon and want to stow a weapon, that's going to use a bonus action.
Yes.
So with my bonus action, I'll stash the longbow that I used last turn to take the shot at him. And then I will turn to face this one just in case they decide to come at me.
Anything else, Anara?
That's it.
Next up, we have the giant, big old creature, which sees tasty, delectable treats in the form of Zakkai right in front of
So
him.
tasty.
So does it have Disney applied to it at the moment? Then
It would have whatever. Yes, it was technically under the effect of the disease
I
stone.
think that was like the last thing I did.
Yeah, because I know you were spam. Yeah, you were
I
throwing
was just
dizzy
because it's a
at it.
cantrip, so I was like, just keep doing it.
In which case, does it end at the end of this turn for him, or
So it would. He already took the damage, so it's dazed until the end of its next turn,
got it?
and then if it willingly moves more than 5 feet, it does the dex save.
It is not moving. It's gonna stay there. It sort of like wobbles a little bit on its feet, but almost kind of does a like kind of that wet dog kind of like shiver a little bit. The weird like mane of tentacles on its back quivers a little bit, and that big front tusk splits open, and this long tongue whips out with a bunch of little spikes on it, right towards you, Zakkai. So it's gonna make a tongue attack against you. Not the first time.
Typical Tuesday night.
I let it hit.
First time. I didn't let it hit.
Like,
Turn around.
Embrace me.
Oh no! This might be a different kind of tongue.
Just
That's
for
a
explicit audiences only.
dirty 20 to hit you.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. This. That is 9 damage, and you are currently grappled.
Oh.
Yeah. Lost my armor of sand. Just for table awareness.
Just some wet sand all over you.
And for its bonus action,
It's off now.
It can't do. Both,
oh right, it cannot do bonus action, so it will
Nice.
not
It can
reel
only-
you closer. You're just
Yeah.
tethered to
A
it.
tease.
Just a little tease. The cultists all quickly try to jump into action. Let's see. The two that are fairy fired are gonna try their hardest. The one nearest you, Tam, is gonna jog on over and take a swipe at you with a dagger. For a
dagger.
laughable 13 to hit.
Nope.
That's all he
Thick
can do.
leathery skin.
Other cultist that is fairy fire is gonna try the exact same thing. He's gonna run up to you, Tam. Take a dagger attack. For an 11 to hit.
Nope.
Look, they're just intro cultists. This is their first day on the job.
I'm dodging with my big old sleeves on my robe, and it just like whiffs right underneath them.
Avoid the factor. Avoid the factor. I just had this.
This one right here next to
Under the
you.
robes, he's like reskin.
yeah.
The one next to you, Nik-Nak, is going to turn. You see that he kind of puts his hands together. There's a little flicker of teal light as he casts Eldritch Blast at you. It's just the one beam. 14 to hit you. Does
Miss.
not hit. The one over here by you, Anara. They are going to close the distance and run at you with a dagger because they are foolish.
You never know.
14 to hit you. Right. Like I said, first day on the job.
Try their best.
One directly behind the creature is going to throw an Eldritch Blast at Harmony for good measure. That is a 10 to hit you.
Oh, thank God it misses.
Wow.
And last one, gonna try the same thing. He's gonna throw an Eldritch Blast. Same at Harmony. Actually, he'll run up next to his
guy?
buddy. Yes, run right up next to his buddy so he can get in range. Throws an Eldritch Blast for another 14 to hit. 14 hits.
I will shield.
The
Can't
little,
touch it.
Shot the moon.
the little kind of like
I can get
student
shield.
badge on your outfit that flashes for a moment before.
Cheaters never prosper.
Says it was office.
I kind of like duck the first one, like, ah! And then the next one comes, and then just kind of see it as it's like flying towards me. Just, whoop.
You shine it.
Yeah.
All right. It is Tem and Zakkai. You are both up.
You have higher dex than me probably, so if you want to go first.
You're the birthday boy.
So me first?
It's your choice.
I mean, I'll go first. That's fine. If you want to.
Go for it.
Cool. Great. Tem will, having done his little sleeve move with the yellow robe, kind of just like shirk that off, and then have his beautiful embroidered robe
It's
underneath. Surprise. Tap his staff, which then.
I thought that was Nik-Nak.
Two of the bells light up, and then these are fairy fired, so advantage. Okay, he's gonna do. Tem will cast Sunray and target this one, and this is the one whose face was just all messed up. Okay, so those three. I'll do them one at a time. Close this one here first. That is a natural 20.
Go.
Second one is gonna be
You're gonna need those inspirations.
a 15 for this one.
Hits.
Okay, and then last one, I'm gonna burn one of the inspirations to make that an
Nice.
advantage on them.
Well, you can choose. To
Let me
use
see
advantage
first,
at
yeah,
the
let me
ones
see.
that you roll,
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
burn
let me-
it
let me-
until you know.
That is 14 to hit this one.
Does not.
Okay, then I will burn one of those inspirations. That is gonna be a 19.
19 does it.
Okay.
Very nice.
Okay, so for the first one, it's double the dice and then can re-roll the lower one. I forget.
You
Sorry.
can choose as many as you'd like to reroll.
As many as I like. Okay, cool. So that's 1, 2. I need even more dice than this. Can I borrow a d6 from someone? Great. So for the critical, that was pretty good. Okay, so that's gonna be.
You can re-roll the low ones. For crit.
Yeah, I just had rolled a 1 on one of them, so I just re-rolled that one. So that is 15, 16, 17. And then Well, that was dice doubled already there. And then I am gonna expend one of the uses of my motes as well too. But does that get doubled as well?
If it's
Any
a
dice you throw.
Any dice that I throw?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, great.
Hell yeah.
So then that's fun. So then that would be 4.
Let's go, big ears. Hit him hard. Knock him up and sew him down.
That is 26 points of damage to this one right next to me, of which 7 of that is radiant. So
They go flying backwards and slam against the wall and just slowly slide down as they are.
wonderful. So that's one. As my robe kind of like all the threads glow a little bit brighter. Ribbon shoots out of my staff and just like wraps around them as it like slams them up against the wall. And then next guy is gonna be, thank you for your dice. It's gonna be
Sew him up a body bag.
8. That's just gonna be 8 points of damage for that one. I forget what type of damage it is. It is
I think it's radiant.
radiant as well. Yeah. So that was all radiant before. So 8 for that, and then for we don't know her name yet, do we? I forget. No. Okay. For last lady, multi-faced lady over there. That wasn't great. But then I'm gonna expend my last mote on that one as well too. So that's gonna be 9 points of radiant damage over there.
Oh, I thought she was the one that got her hand cut off. Was that not her?
No, she was
Okay.
the Afro girly that was in
Yeah.
charge of
One of the
the
main-
initial.
She was the
She was
attack.
leading the
yeah,
attack.
She
Yeah.
escaped
Yeah.
with a dimension door from the
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You've not seen her since. Okay.
a little
Well, I
ribbon
think we
right
saw
in front
her
of me.
entering
Mhm.
the lighthouse when we was
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
brought up the other person.
Yeah, she
right?
was.
And then, I'm gonna aim for her nasty face of just a ribbon kind of a fiery radiant light, just like right out there. And I will scream back in primordial to her. What you're doing is evil. Stop this. And then that's it.
Nice.
Does that usually work?
Doesn't hurt to try.
So
Just once.
Anything else for you, Tam?
Nope, that's all.
Well, Zakkai, you're up.
So, what are my options for getting ungrappled? Can I?
You can make a strength check.
Okay.
And you're blessed, so you can add the d4.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, you'd have to make an acrobatics check to escape. Otherwise, you are still grappled. Your speed is 0. Otherwise, everything else remains the same.
Can you attack the tentacles directly?
That's what I was
Cut them out.
Like attack the tongue direction.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Great.
Does that have like a certain hit point?
I would like to do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Gonna roll. Slice.
And dice.
Plus 15.
15.
Oh, wait.
Hashtag blessed.
Plus 3. 18.
18 hit.
Thank you. Thank you. Cool. So I'm gonna roll some dice. 4 plus 4. That is 8.
8
damage. I'm gonna add my 3 points of once a turn damage from my class thingy.
Alright.
And then I'm going
Salt
to
on the wound.
offhand. Actually, does anything happen after the first slice?
Still intact.
The
But you
tonic.
did put a little gash in it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna roll for my bonus action to other hand slice.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a once a turn thing or once a roll thing?
I think
No,
that's
just
every time.
any
That's
attack
every
or
time.
saving.
Cool.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's only 14.
14?
Yeah.
That second stripe, you kind of go at it, and it's the bit gummy, and you can't quite cut through it.
You are so gross. I'm saying, guys. As I try to get everyone's attention, now it's my turn.
Alright. Top of the round, Harmony, you're up. Oh, wait, sorry, no. The Pontifex
Oh.
is going to use his movement to dash.
Do I get a whack 'em?
Yes, you do. You get an
Yes.
opportunity attack.
Whack 'em.
Ha! I wish I had to play Curstone because that would be 2 crits already. 25 again.
25 hits.
Dang. I hit him this time. Go mine. That'd be for 11 damage. To try to like slice up one of his the canisters off the back to cut off his body.
One of the canisters kind of goes flying, rolls through the air before smashing on the ground, but it's accompanied by a spray of not just that teal ooze, but a spray of actual, like you see, crimson blood kind of like spray out a little bit. As another yelps as he kind of staggers and stumbles a little bit, but he keeps running. He seems pretty determined to get out of here.
Okay.
All right, Harmony, you're up.
Okay.
Nik-Nak on deck.
I see Zakkai is grappled, yelling for help, and turn and, hey, let him go and go to detention. Go outside until I come back for you, and cast suggestion on the creature.
What? 15. Fuck.
Oh.
Alright, he succeeds.
Not surprising. Well, no, he is not surprisingly wise. He just rolled nicely.
Okay, hang tight, Zakkai.
What was that?
Maybe this'll help. I don't give you inspiration.
Thank you.
And I'll just kind of a little behind. I'm just trying to stay behind a friend.
Alright.
Yeah, that's both of my things now. Damn. I thought maybe he'd be stupid since he was my save DC is so low. Yeah, that's it.
Alright. Nik-Nak, you're up.
Okay, seeing Zakkai in danger, I will try and take a shot at probably just the actual beast, because it's wider, sort of like a wider thing. Okay, yeah, advantage on that one. That will be 24.
Hits, for sure.
Okay. 15 piercing damage. And then, let's see. Jeez. Yeah, okay. I'll shout back over at Sledgehog like, get in here, but don't let them take you. And then Sledge will get up next to Tem and take a swipe at that guy.
You get him, buddy.
Yeah. I can't it's
guy's very hard.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I'll get the gun. That's very far. That makes sense.
He's what I thought he was first targeted, and I was like, well, who do you call it?
Yeah.
The glowing one. Sledge.
That would be.
Need of justice targeting.
Where is it? The addition. 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Absolutely, it is.
Sweet. 4 points of force damage.
Nice.
Cool.
Anything else, Nik-Nak and or Sledgehog?
I will probably get up close to Sledgehog, just to keep him within my range. And that's it.
Nice. Next up, that same woman before that now has a good half her face kind of hanging off her, still trying her best to almost not trying to like put it back together, but that same kind of vibe where like, oh, there's like a tear, you just do your best to kind of like hold it closed or whatnot until you can repair it later. She's doing her best to kind of just keep that side of her face kind of intact as more and more pieces kind of like start to fall off of it. And not in a kind of like oozy, visceral way, almost in a kind of wrapping paper way.
Like shedding.
Yeah, like this outer layer of person that she's wearing is just kind of, it's like you just cracked a porcelain shell on the outside and it's sort of slowly
Peeling an egg.
peeling off.
Cold peeling egg.
She is going to go this direction. 30 over to this area to kind of flank the entrance against you, Anara, and she is going to. It's a great question. She is going to. So many.
You don't have to choose one. It's okay.
She basically is going to take that staff, kind of spin around her fingers a little bit, and a little trail of like kind of teal light ripples around it and spirals up it before it kind of goes much darker. And she kind of flings it out at you, and she's going to cast Rack. Make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
11.
That's fail. You feel a slight faint tingle. It's almost as if someone like either flicked you or pinched you at the like some part of your lower back, and then it's just that for half a second, and then half a second later, a crazy intense shock of pain runs up your spine and kind of like spiderwebs out of your body through every little nerve in your body as you're racked with intense muscle spasms and pain. Your speed is halved. Your attack rolls are rolled with disadvantage, and at the end of each turn, you can make another Constitution saving throw to try and break free.
Do I take any damage?
No. No damage. So it's a weird sensation where there's pain, but there's no source of it. There's no effect of it really. It's just a very intense, after like your leg wakes up from being asleep and it kind of hurts to step on it. It's just that all over your body all the time.
Okay.
For the time being. She is going to call back out to the cultists still in the room once again in Primordial. Tem and Harmony both understand her that she shouts, retrieve the nests at all costs, no more speaking, they know our tongue.
We gotta protect Sledgehog. They're gonna go after him.
Don't let him take them.
Basil, you are up with an R on it.
What do I do? Indecision waves over Basil as his scarf, ever wafts in the breeze, making the decision of, do I continue to go after the Pontifex, or hearing that they're going after Sledgehog and seeing Anara in some form of pain from this guy, make the decision.
Yeah, I'll shout as that hits me, like, I can track the Pontifex.
Okay, I'll trust you on this one. And I'll turn around and go and attack this guy who's giving you some stees to hopefully stop that. I will, just go for an attack. Does a 14 hit?
Does not.
Ooh.
She quickly raises her staff to kind of block your giant shears.
Okay, that's it then. That's all I got.
Sorry about that, Basil. Anara, you're up.
Okay. I will use my longsword attack on the one in front of me.
Right. Roll to hit with disadvantage.
$11.
11 does not hit, unfortunately.
Bonus action, flurry of blows.
Roll to hit.
12.
12 does not hit, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh.
Nearly nat 20. One was a 19.
Oh.
So that one I think hits.
Yes, it does.
You have the 19 and 20s up your roll?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, so
Can't stop it.
blows, 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
6 points. Again, these guys are pretty basic human cultists. So as you like swing and do 6 points damage, you hear a faint light kind of as like his nose cracks. You definitely hear the bone breaking as you kind of like palm it.
Okay, that's everything. I can make a con save to try and break this
Yes, you can.
effect. That is a 15.
15. Just succeeds.
Ooh.
Nice.
Met the AC.
Alright.
DC, not bases.
Yes. Just check that's right. I think it's plus 3. Yes. That is it.
Alright. For its first, it's going to use its bonus action. The creature is going to reel. Zakkai, you're going to go right up to its mouth as the tongue kind of launches itself in, and it's going to make a kind of bite attack against you. Let's see. Oof. 24 to hit.
Woo! Yeah. Level 3.
Crunch.
You bonus damage for doing 10 over your AC.
Please don't give him ideas. I beg of you.
That is 11 points of piercing damage as this big blossoming starfish of like tusks opened up, all kind of clamp down on you as you're kind of pulled into it, and you feel dozens of teeth from all sides inside its mouth kind of clamp down on your body.
Ow.
It's not pleasant.
Ah!
There we go.
Harmony, try something else.
Okay.
Now that it's finally kind of like shaken off that dizziness and it has you in its mouth, it starts to charge and it's going to run
With me?
with you in its
Oh
mouth
my god. I'm just gonna drag you like
over
a toy.
towards Sledgehog.
No. Like just kind of moving both. Like,
Yep. And it will.
Use your body.
Just dragging you along.
Yeah, use me as a
crack that nut.
It's going to try
My what?
a
Well, Sledgehog.
trample on Sledgehog.
No, not Sledgehog.
That's only. That's
Just trying to-
14 to hit Sledgehog.
Yeah, just misses.
Just
back, kick him with the back foot or something.
Does it not help that I'm so slippery? I'm covered in oil all the time.
All the
That's
time.
fair.
Packs glistening.
Yeah, we did RP this last time. You are.
It's canon. It's
You
canon.
just kind of like sense it go. A little bit.
It's banana flavored.
the worst flavor.
No, like real banana, not like artificial.
Artificial banana.
Alright.
Yeah.
Cultists are gonna do their best once more. Cultist in front of you, Tem, is gonna try and stab you with a dagger.
Sledgehog will use deflect attack as one of his hammers comes in between the two of them.
Ooh.
So he has an attack at disadvantage now.
That brings it down to just a 14 to hit.
Misses.
So as it like tries to stab out at you, it's going for the a weak spot a little bit, but there's a faint like metallic ting as a little Sledgehog, like this little arm, kind of go-go gadget extends and just kind of like block the knife.
Miraculous.
Good boy, Sledge.
One next to Sledge is gonna try to attack Sledgehog. Scott. 15 to hit Sledge.
Just hits.
No!
Well, you watch as he uses his dagger to make a mighty 4 piercing damage to Sledgehog. Let's see, the two others in that direction, hear their leader's cry, and they both also kind of round around the side. They're going to come over to one. The one on the closest to you, Elliot's going to come over to Harmony.
How many feet?
He's got 30.
All the way up.
30. It's like right
Close
there.
enough.
You're getting pinned in here.
As he kind of like runs up, throws out his hand. There's like a flash of that kind of teal that comes off the tip of his fingers, and then in his eyes, as he points to you, Harmony, he says, "Don't move!" As he casts command, make a wisdom saving.
You can add D4.
15.
15? That succeeds.
Who do you think you're talking to? You can't tell me what to do.
You tell him, Harmony.
Squelching sounds coming from Zakkai.
Other one is going to throw a Eldritch Blast at Sledgehog for 15 on the dot again.
Yeah. It's
That is
Leave him alone.
9 force damage
Oh.
to Sledgehog.
How's he looking?
not good. Not good at all.
He's looking oily as well.
He's doing his best to defend.
I just finished have a special brew.
Sledgehog is doing his
Sledgehog,
best
prepare
to
mode.
kind of protect
Eat the
himself
biscuits. Eat the biscuits.
and others as like attacks, and you do see a few dents and the nuts and bolts start to like hit the ground beneath him as Sledgehog starts to get racked a little bit.
He's doing what he can.
Tem, you're up with Zakkai on deck.
Okay. Tem is going to. Okay. All this chaos happening. Suddenly, Zakkai is in a scorching tongue with this rhino creature that's just ran up at us. They clearly know that Sledgehog is in possession of the nest. So Tem is going to go and try and help the two most vulnerable people here, which would be Zakkai and then Nik-Nak, who would help Sledgehog most naturally. Tem will kind of like close his eyes for a second, both hands on his giant crochet hook staff, and he will just take a moment and say, "This discord here cannot abide. Enya, please help." And he will use his feature, his emboldening bond feature on both Nik-Nak and Zakkai. So all of his embroidery kind of like shines very brightly. Threads weave up to the crochet hook and shoot out and connect both Zakkai and Nik-Nak. And so I'm gonna put these. Let me see if they'll go under you well. Yeah, there you go. That, just so that you have a visual reminder.
So cute little yarn ball.
Yeah, so
cute.
those thread now connects you. It's only if you stay within 30 feet of each other that it's active, but you can add another D4 on a attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Nice.
And then I have to check one thing with. Is he a construct? What does he count as?
He is a construct, I believe.
Okay, never mind. I was going to try and cast Healing Word on him, but that will not work. I will then, as a bonus action, cast Healing Word on Zakkai. As that thread connects you.
I'm at 9 right now.
You're a level 3.
So yes.
Yeah. I will tamp the staff down again, and you hear in Loxodon, Tem will say the word unity. Is what you. It doesn't. It's more of a trumpeting sound than anything, but that will be. Let me just see. That's 1d4 plus 3. So you get 6.
Nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm not gonna move because I do not want to take an opportunity attack.
Alright. Zakkai, you're up.
Sweet, cool.
Did you do all the attacks for the baddies? Like that?
Oh, no, there's
one didn't.
one right there.
We know that's going to be attacked.
Yeah. Sorry, you
Yeah,
got like
yeah, yeah.
21 AC. You're not getting touched.
We want to win fair and square.
Real quick before Zakkai, that other last cultist is gonna make a real quick attack against you, Anara. they're gonna like growl something in primordial, and their fingers are also gonna light up with that teal light as they reach out and kind of grab you and try to use inflict wounds. Try and hit you. Dirty 20 to hit you.
That hits.
Ooh. Hey, they actually can hit a monk.
But just barely.
But just barely. That is 7, 9, 10. That is 14 necrotic damage to you, Anara. As they kind of get their hands on you, there's a flash of that teal color as you feel like just the energy, life force, whatever it is inside of you, just start to drain as they kind of suck it out of you. Zakkai, now you are up.
Whew. All right. So I can attack. Can I cast spells while grappled?
Yes, you can.
Okay. And I'm in its mouth, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna cast Crashing Wave and trying to like shove it backward, and it's centered on myself. So I'm trying to like push both of us, or if I can separate us, that's even better. But I'm trying to get him away from Suchong.
All right.
Oh wait, actually, that is strength save, and you're probably good at that. Well, it's the only one I can do that can move him. So, yeah, let's do a strength save, please.
All right. He has advantage on these.
Yeah, this is
Whoops.
not gonna work at all.
21.
Yeah, he succeeds. Shit.
Does it do any half damage or anything?
Oh, it's a good question.
So,
I was just like,
Darn it.
shucks.
time to move on.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, okay, it does take half damage. Okay. Sweet. So that is gonna be 2d6. Get it. Alright, it's a 5. I'm also gonna do my once a turn 3 damage, so that's 8 total damage.
All
I
right.
just splash him with some sand.
Take that! Sand in the mouth is gross.
Ugh.
Have you ever been to the beach and you get a crunch?
Yeah,
That's
I
not
want
good.
it in his teeth.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely that uncomfortable graze.
Yeah. He's gonna.
And he's got a lot of teeth. He's got a lot of teeth to get himself.
Oh no.
Anything else for you, Zakkai?
To find my dice. Sorry. Thank you. To try to get out, that's an action, right? It's not like a movement thing. It's an action.
That's fine.
I'm sure it is,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
before I waste whatever I have left.
Yeah, I think you have to use an action.
Yes, you have to use an action to use a check to escape the grapple.
Speed would be 0 anyway, so.
Because you're grappled, so no speed, no movement, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Harmony, you are up with Nik-Nak on deck. Oh no, sorry. I keep forgetting the Pontifex is last. He's going to use his movement to dash.
No.
Goodbye.
Actually, can I do something really quickly before my turn? It's not related to that.
No, yeah. Absolutely.
I want to use. Oh, never mind. I already used level spell. Ignore me. Ignore me.
Yeah, oops. Well, all the opportunities.
My vaccine shows time.
Now you're up, Harmony.
Okay, getting a little crowded in here. I'm just gonna, let's see, I'm gonna take a couple, 5, 10, not like enough that I would trigger any sort of reaction between them, but I'm just, from them, but kind of shoulder my way through, and then right here, just do a big stomp, thaumaturgy enhanced, kind of, like the kind of stage, like a stage poof sort of thing. I'll just reach into a pocket and everyone just back up! But then it's like a big thunder sound and cast Dazzling Barrage. And it's any creature of my choice within 20 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
I'll make wisdom saves.
Damn.
I will do the cultists first. The one.
And if they fail,
Yes,
they're blinded.
I've got 4.
Blind.
They
You're
are-
blind.
So good.
Get blinded.
Second one, the one next to, kind of in between Harmony and Tem. That one. Not 6.
Blind.
You blind.
All right. The one.
Her thaumaturgy
down there.
voices. That's her thaumaturgy voice.
Blind.
You're blind.
It's a real accent. She
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
talks over it all the time.
She doesn't talk like that in
Oh
school.
my
because they would look down.
3 for that one out there.
Blind.
Alright.
I gotta commit to the bitch.
Big old creature. Wait, does this farthest one?
These two as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
Those two?
within
Alright.
20 feet.
The cultist.
Nice.
Natural 1.
Oh my
Blind.
god. Double blind.
That's nice.
The
Proper research
creature.
material.
Wow.
Double blind.
The beastie. Wisdom
The mark of a
save.
good.
Yeah, you
A
know.
good,
a good study. It
study.
must be a double blind placebo study.
12.
Blind!
Yeah.
Yes!
Out of line marker.
We'll just do that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay, so they're all blind until the end of their next turn. So they attack with disadvantage. We attack with advantage.
Amazing. Anything else you're doing, Harmony?
I will Sledge, get out of here! And cast give inspiration. Yeah, to Sledge.
Nice.
Wow. Inspiring a machine.
Alright, Nik-Nak, you're up.
Okay, I will point my blunderbuss at this guy and just shout, "Get away from my hog!" And I'll shoot him. I guess it's just a straight roll because I'm within, I'm so close to him with a ranged weapon, but I get an advantage.
Yeah, it would be disadvantage because it's so close, but he's blinded, so you straight roll.
Great.
Play with his hog next to this wall too.
So close to a 20. It's 25 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay, cool. I have so many dice in front of me. Well, I'll go ahead and roll to see if I get pushed, which he would also have to do.
Strength save.
And
If you want, you can add one of the d4s to that, but
I will, actually. Oh.
His strength save was 13.
He gets pushed, so he also takes an additional 1 thunder damage, but he gets pushed 10 feet. And so, did I already say the damage?
No.
Oh, okay. 12 points of piercing damage. And then I do not get pushed. Great. Okay, awesome. Jeez, oh my gosh, so much. And then I will shout to Sledgehog, huddle, repair mode now! And he will do a little, his hammers will go, and then you'll just hear, inside of him a bunch of clanking and whizzing and buzzing and stuff.
Just the dents undo from the inside.
Yeah, and he will, they pop back out. He will do his repair, so he gets 14 points
Nice.
back to himself.
self-repair? Awesome.
That's my hog.
Yeah. Sweet. Nice. Okay.
Kind of rapidly vibrates and shakes one of his little exhaust whistles, kind of and he kind of pops back out.
And then I will tell him. Well, he would take 2 attacks of opportunity.
Disadvantage.
Yeah. I'll leave him there.
Just got held back.
He's refreshed now. Okay. And that will be my turn.
Alright. Next up, that woman kind of turns down to you, Basil. It's a bit odd because she turns to you and there's 3/4 of a face there. And there's a good like chunk of it missing, and you see that like beneath the peel there's another face, like an adult man's kind of face, and even beneath that one was also sort of damaged. There's like you can see the hints of a third face underneath that even, and she kind of like speaks down to you. It's almost like 2.5 voices kind of talking, all in unison, where she just says, "You don't know what you're doing. You're ruining everything." And she kind of reaches out to you and casts Inflict Wounds. You're gonna try to.
I'm gonna peel her down to a halfling.
That is a 18 to hit you.
I will cast Shield as my hag sheer sword just like reflexively pings up and kind of slashes at her hands.
Okay, and hits the. You're just holding the shears, the blade, as it kind of like. It's just a big kind of loop at the end, like a normal scissors, and it just sort of rotates in your hand without you even spinning it. Just the wheel in your hand kind of turns as the blade, like almost like a clock hand, raises up on its own to like stop the. She's not happy about that, but that's all she can do. And perfect time to retaliate. Basil, you're up. Anara on deck.
I will just keep it spinning and just be like, "Oh, this is new," and just like put it towards her, and just whirling dervish of blades.
Yeah, we'll hit.
That's gonna be missed at the 13.
Unfortunately, that does miss. Anything else, Basil?
No, I'm gonna keep her occupied.
Alright.
Pick on someone your own size. Ziz? I don't know.
You're much smaller than I am.
Bigger at heart.
Alright, Anara, you're up.
Okay. So I hit this one time before. Does he look close? I mean, I assume he's still pretty healthy. Okay.
He's okay.
Okay. Longsword attack.
He's by no means a warrior. I'll say that.
That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. Get him.
Did you roll with disadvantage?
I don't have disadvantage anymore. 'Cause
You
I cleared the
succeeded.
attack.
Oh, you did. You cleared the rack, yes.
11 points of slashing damage.
Excellent. Now you definitely can tell that you've lowered this man down to a few inches of life.
Flurry of blows.
All right.
Yes.
Kick him up. Just kick him up.
Knock him
That's
out.
a 15.
That hits.
Yes. Sweep the leg with your legs.
That's 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
That is enough.
Didn't your mother tell you not to join cults? Kick his head off.
Oh,
Kick his head off. Finish him.
Like,
Oh, no.
Like a somersault
kind of
kick.
Very
diving in the
fatality.
neck,
Yeah.
and the high kick just flips.
You nearly had
These
to
people
kick
had
him
no idea what was
first,
going
and
on.
then do a roundhouse and kick it off.
Don't lose your head.
Oh my god. Anara.
Seeing some true colors this episode, this fight.
Okay. So he's down. I can use the other flurry blow on another target if I move. Or does
I
it-
believe so,
Yeah.
yes.
Alright, then I'll close in on this one.
Dragging him with him. Drag him with Anara. Just drag
The headless body.
And the second attack, that is a 23? No,
Right.
22 to hit.
That either way, it does hit.
Okay. And 8 points of bludgeoning damage on that one. I'm here, Basil. I'm her size, roughly.
We can do it together.
That's...
Try the
Anything
kicks
else?
too.
That is movement, action, bonus, isn't it?
Big old tusk creature's turn is going to use. It's still just holding Zakkai in its mouth. It's gonna.
Lucky him.
It's gonna use. Actually, it's just gonna keep holding Zakkai while it flings its head around. It's gonna use a gore attack on. You know what? It's just kind of wildly swinging around. It's gonna use its first gore on Sledgehog. Its second gore will be on that cultist right there, as it is blinded. Disadvantage on Sledgehog. That's an 8 to hit.
Miss.
Roll to hit the cultist. 2 19s.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh no.
Roll 2 19s.
For
so
the cultist.
It hits the cultist. It's Gore is.
Idiot.
That's right. Part of the spell, they can't take reactions.
Oh, so
I thought that was what it was, but then when I looked up blinded, it
You thought
doesn't
it
say
was
that,
that,
so I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, never mind. So I had moved myself back, but part of the spell is they're blind and cannot take reactions. Okay, that's why I had moved to the side. Okay.
For opportunity.
Yeah.
That last cultist is like. Tam, you're seeing this cultist right in front of you, and there's a sweep of movement before you just see two pair of shins.
Oh,
and then just,
God.
This big head just sweeps the.
Oh my God.
Oh my God!
Off. They are completely.
All I did was throw a burning ribbon at one of them.
And then it gets to a wall.
He's no longer moving.
Dismembering everybody.
Heads flying, shins staying.
This is a little more sanitized in books, I think.
The blinded cultist behind you, Tam, is going to take a blind swing at you.
Okay.
It does go away at the end of their next turn.
That is definitely not going to hit. That's a 6
No.
to hit. No. The other blinded cultist kind of out away there are going to try an Eldritch Blast at
Everybody get down!
at Harmony, but it is they're blinded, so they're 12
Miss.
hit Harmony. Didn't think that would hit. And the last cult is gonna take a swing at
Zakkai's in the
yeah, he's
creature's
in
mouth.
his mouth, so
Do you want to roll to see if
Still,
it tries to
choosing
hit Zakkai or the creature?
absolutely that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit the creature.
Yeah.
He's
Great.
gonna swing with his dagger, try to hit him. He hits. 4 damage.
Friendly fire.
Every little helps.
As
Yeah.
the big beast kind of like roars a little bit, as that blind cultist is kind of feeling around before he realizes his mistake, and pulls the knife out and starts to take a slow step away. That cultist is dead. All right, that brings us to Tem.
Okay. Now that things have opened up a little bit, will back up to kind of where Harmony's position was here against the wall, shocked, like, oh God, like looking, staring at the shin bones left on the and feet left on the ground there.
Just don't look at it!
Nik-Nak's just.
And then I will kind of shake it off and be like, now is not the time. I have line of sight, I guess, for that, and that's within 120 feet. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I will cast Guiding Bolt on our friend, the multi-faced woman.
Mm-hmm. Roll the hit.
That's going to be a 21.
That hits.
Nice.
That is 13 radiant damage. And then I moved.
Is Guiding Bolt the one?
And now
the
there's
next-
a next
the
attack
next
has
attack
advantage
on that
person. Yeah. So they start. It is a ball of yarn that mystical, radiant, glowing light ball of yarn streaks out, hits her, and it is like when cats get into thread and it's just like all over her as it kind of like tangles her up a little bit in this glowing thread for advantage on the next person.
Cool.
She
And
tries her best to kind of like rip the tangling threads out, but it's clearly doing radiant damage. It's kind of burning as she tries. You do see that like more of her starts to kind of burn away. There are, as like she moves her hand up, the sleeve kind of drops down a little bit. You see that there's an eyeball here, and there's another one here, and another one kind of down this, kind of going down the arm. And there's
This
another
lady is not well.
more of her kind of flakes off a little bit. I'm gonna ask Harmony, roll a history check.
Streets are weird things, but this is weird. This isn't normal, right?
Natural 1.
No.
She's got
You're
lots
too
of
far
faces
away.
and they're all horrible.
I was like looking at the just the bloody legs while I was telling you, just don't look at it, Ted! Don't look at it!
While staring at it.
Yeah. Just look away.
And then do any of my allies look super fucked up?
I'm injured, but not. I mean, not.
I will save it then
I'm like
because I
down
only,
like
have,
below half.
I only have 1 first level spell slot.
Yeah, I'm above
I
half.
will save it too.
I'm at half. Basically.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I have a healing potion. Unless I take another-
Then that is I'm gonna move a little bit more like behind Nik-Nak over here, just kind of out of the way of this mess. I don't want to be in there. And yep, that's it.
Well, Zakkai, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get out of this grapple.
Nah.
So
Get
that's
cozy.
I can do acrobatics, right?
Yes, you can make an acrobatics check.
Okay, so I have all these little dice here.
Yeah, use them.
One's a bless. Okay. What were these for?
That was
One
his.
inspiration.
One
Your
one is
thing.
emboldening bond
Yeah.
and one is bless for the d4s.
Okay, emboldening one. I can just add that.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, and then this is I can just add
Inspiration,
it to rolls.
and using it for ability check, you can roll it again and choose which one to use.
Ooh.
Sick.
Okay, let me do some math real quick just to make sure I'm not wasting it. That's close. It's gonna be the second one.
Oh no!
No.
Cool.
Wow.
Cool.
Go
It's
put
okay.
that. Go put that glove back. Go put that glove back right now.
All right. That's 15.
15. That does not.
Oh,
no!
God.
Zakkai.
But you still got a bonus action.
Can I bonus action escape from this creature? God, I don't have really many
Bonus
things
action,
to
curse
do
it
with
out?
bonus action. So
Bonus action, sexy wiggle.
Wiggle.
yeah. I guess I'm gonna blade ward. That's my only bonus action
Okay.
option right now. So that's my
You
turn.
brace yourself, and your whole body's like hardens just a little bit, kind of like when you pack sand really tightly together. It just kind of becomes a little bit of a. Your whole body becomes concrete for just like a few split seconds. Pretty cool. Alright. Back up to top of the round. Harmony, you're up.
How
Oh no, sorry. Pontifex is gone. Never mind. You're up.
Yeah.
How does the creature look, health-wise?
It's taken a couple hits, but it looks pretty good.
Can I ask, even though the Pontifex is out of, do I still sense the Pontifex is within 1,000 feet?
Yes, you do. You just sense that he moved an additional 60 feet that way.
Further away. Okay, I figured, but I don't know if like he teleported away or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that was my worry too. It's like, oh, we already saw one person dimension doors. We're like,
You're obvious. Looking at the creature. I'm like, well, you're obviously not very good at listening. I'll say it one more time. Put him down and go sit in detention outside of this lighthouse until I come get you. I'm gonna try again.
well, a long suggestion.
Wisdom save, right?
Yep. Come on.
Teacher voice. Teacher's pet voice.
10.
Real voice.
Yes.
Yay!
Okay. He failed.
You
So
suggested.
yes, suggested. So assuming that
You shout that,
That
and
makes-
Zakkai, you're prepared for the worst, literally like kind of seizing your body up, ready for like the crunch, and you're just dropped on the floor as you kind of hit. It's weird for everyone for a second. It's almost like just a statue of Zakkai hits first with like a thud, and then kind of he just relaxes into the
Okay.
kind of like.
Thank you.
And the creature starts walking towards the exit.
Which
The
is
one
this way?
Which is the one
Closest?
it knows of. So yeah. It can move 40 feet.
10,
Bye.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, all the way over to the edge here.
It starts to like lumber out and like try to squeeze its giant rhino body through these very narrow hallways. But it's doing its best and kind of like you can hear like the as like its tusks like scrape the walls.
Ugh, like on a chalkboard. Ugh.
Okay. And okay, don't let them hit me. 15, 20. I'm just gonna kind of 25, 30, try and tuck in behind my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let him hit me or he's probably gonna come back. And that's it.
All right, Nik-Nak, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. I will have. I guess probably try to deal with the immediate threat. I don't want to get blown into the wall, so I will step back a little bit and I will take a shot at him. Again. 24.
Hits. His save. 19.
Nice. Well, no, not nice. No, I know. I stepped away from him, like, so that he wouldn't have to.
Oh, so he doesn't have
because
to
I didn't
save.
want to risk getting like shot around.
Gotcha.
So he just gets hit for the normal damage. 16 points of piercing.
Well, if he wasn't going flying before, he does now. He's.
Sweet. Okay. Blow a hole through his chest. And then, I mean, we're dismembering people.
It seems that way.
And then,
I just ran over.
next to-
I had just run over and being like, "Don't let them hit me!" Like blow back, like, "Ah!" And
I got you.
Tem's ears over his eyes just.
And then I will have Sledgehog.
Covered in drool.
He'll finish his repair sequence, and his hammers will come back out, and his eyes will light up red again, and I will just point at this guy over here, and he will go and like take his shot at him.
Kind of balls up and winds up, kind of like.
Did you see that? Oh,
I did.
it was like 20.
I don't know.
It felt so slow. So it's 14 to hit.
Hits.
Nice. Okay, good pull, Sledge. So
Sledge kind of balls up and winds up like Sonic the Hedgehog, like he spins in place before launching forward and.
that will be 10 points of force damage.
Woo! He is hanging on.
If you use the inspiration, you can add that as thunder damage, even though you don't need it to hit.
Plus 4 thunder damage.
He's gone.
Nice.
So Sledgehog from being like severely injured shows just a little bit of character as he kind of overkill to mush with his sledgehammers.
Even more covering up the eyes. Just, oh god.
It started off as normal, kind of like hit, but as he's a machine, just goes before it's just two blurs just kind of going at it.
And with that, Nik-Nak will use the rest of his move and be like, Sledge, he's dead. He's dead, it's okay.
Don't overheat!
The steam just kind of before eventually kind of the eyes kind of flips back to blue and he relaxes.
Good job, buddy, good job. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Alright. Next up, this woman here is going to cast Spiritual Guardians. And she kind of like twirls her staff and taps it on the ground. That kind of like teal glow comes off her staff and makes a little swirl around her. As like these kind of like spectral creatures in that kind of teal light whip around her, taking various very monstrous sort of forms. As you both enter it for the first time. Actually, hold on your turn.
It's
Spiritual Guardians
it's
always
not how
trips
it
me
works.
up. Yep. It's when you enter it for the first time or start your turn there.
Correct.
Got it.
Yeah.
In which case, she's gonna stay where she is, kind of maintain that like staff in front of her, and kind of looks at the two of you, Anara and Basil, and just ruining everything. You must leave. Leave. That's all she does. And Basil, you're up.
No, you get out of here. And I guess I have to take
The damage.
the save first.
Oh yes.
What is it again? Constitution?
It is a wisdom save.
That is a failure with a 10.
That definitely fails. You take 10 necrotic damage. As these spectral creatures kind of like rip through you, and it just kind of phases through your body, but either way, you feel them inside of you all the same before they kind of exit you.
I'm
Ripping
gonna
apart your insides.
like, get out of here! This lighthouse, this doesn't belong to you! I'm gonna try to, or I'm gonna first activate Chaotic Smite as a surge of lightning, kind of like through my ears, and kind of the little like veiny stuff surges through my arms. I try to like hulk up and give him an attack, and then hopefully one of those.
Roll the hit.
That's a miss. It's a 10.
10. On your initial attack roll, was it an odd or even number, Steven?
It was a initial attack roll. It was a even.
Even? I think I'm not quite sure when chaotic smite.
A odd number.
Odd number? Never
Yeah.
mind. You're safe.
Mm-hmm. Great. That's it.
All right. Basil.
Oh no, I already did my bonus action. I will then just try to scurry between his legs and help give Anara flanking.
Nice.
Speaking of the devil, Anara, you're up.
That is a 22 on the save.
That succeeds, which I think is just
Half damage?
Half
Yeah.
damage.
yes. You take half. 9 halved to 4. Necrotic damage.
Okay. Hi. Okay. I will attack with the long sword with advantage.
Yes, roll to hit.
20, but not a 20.
It's okay. Still hit. Still hit.
It hits.
Yes, roll damage.
That is
Yeah.
10 points of slashing damage.
Oh.
Does that spell
Cat
require
moving the camera.
concentration or?
Oh my god. Cat moving the camera.
So, we got the cat
Second.
check that it didn't.
It's definitely got to be
Okay,
off
through the
now.
camera.
Yeah, a little bit. Just- we can go a little bit to the. There you go. Perfect.
Why you do
Awesome.
Another cat counter. Ding.
An off-camera cat counter.
that? Okay. How's that look? How they're looking? Does that spell need concentration or no?
Oh, actually,
It does.
Spiritual Guardians does require concentration.
It was only a 10.
That's very low. What was the damage again?
It was it's
10?
It was only 10 points. 10 points of damage, so it's only it's the minimum. It's the 10
10.
or better. So.
Spiritual Guardians drops.
Ooh.
Nice.
And I will
Roll.
do another flurry of blows.
Yeah.
Not that you can do.
That's my last key point for now. And that is a dirty 20 to hit.
Hits.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then.
Take her down.
and
You're dead.
I think I'll just double that for 6. That's like 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Alright.
So again, like a slice, kick. I don't like any of your faces. And that is my turn. I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay right there to continue flanking.
for their turn, the creature is going to keep moving on its way out.
Dejectedly walking towards detention.
Yes. It feels really embarrassed about what it may or may not have done. Put a tack on a teacher's seat or something. The last, only remaining cultist is... he's only got one order. He's going to close the distance up to Sledgehog. And try to use Inflict Wounds on... Oh, wait, no. They don't have Inflict... Oh, no, he doesn't have Inflict Wounds. Try to attack Sledgehog. That's 14 to hit Sledgehog.
Just misses.
Dude tries to like reach down and slams like his hand down on Sledgehog, but as for this instance, the inorganic material doesn't take, and he tries to burn through it, and it's not working. That's all he can do. Tem, you're up.
Okay. Seeing him go for Sledgehog. Has he been damaged yet?
That cultist. He's been hit once.
Okay, great. Well then I will cast Toll the Dead on him as a kind of like, I don't know how I can flavor this as like fabric or knitting or whatever. The sound of knitting needles touching each other reverberates throughout the
Everyone knows that deep reverberating sound of
yeah, exactly.
of tiny pieces of
It's
plastic.
coming for you. It's coming for you. Okay, so I gotta. Let's see. That is Wisdom saving throw.
11.
Fails, so takes 1d12. That's going to be 4 necrotic damage. As the sound, and then suddenly just little pinpricks from the knitting needles just appear on.
There we go. There we go. There's the.
We got
there's
there.
that.
We got there.
There's the flavor.
And I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna stay where I'm at because I'm kind of within equidistant of everyone. That's it.
Zakkai, you're up.
I'm gonna stand up. Ew! As I like wipe just ropes of gross saliva. Blech.
Care to join us?
On it, and then I'm gonna like summon some sand. It's gonna flow out of the leather pouch I keep strapped to my side as I send it forward and cast Earth Ripple and make it like an Earth Spike. So do a dex save, please.
Alright. 14.
That is what you needed.
I hate low level.
Yeah.
Any half damage, anything like that, or no?
I don't think so, but let me see.
I'll just
Oh yeah, no, it
Zakkai.
does. Okay, great, I'll take it.
stop worrying about your clothes and get him away from Sledge. And I'll just like, if it's for flavor, prestidigitation this like snot off of your clothes.
Thank you.
Go game one.
Yeah, I should. Just rolled 3 7s on my d8s.
Wow.
But then a half, so 10. 10 points of damage. I'm gonna add my +3 damage from my class.
Plus 3 damage?
Yeah.
Then you finish him off?
Hey!
13 hit points. Left.
Yeah, you see this like spike of like compacted like rocky like sand. It's kind of formed into rock. Fly at the cultist as it just impales him and then sticks him against the wall.
Nice.
Next to my guy.
Cultists are down. Anything else, Zakkai?
Oh, there's one more. Well, yeah, I'm gonna start running toward this action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, you guys are farther apart now, so
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't been rolling.
when you get back
before.
in
Oh, it still
contact,
kind of is
it
there.
will-
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that, but I think that's how it works.
So bad at resource management.
Harmony, you're up. Top of the round.
Alright then.
This one has a face for each of us.
That's disgusting. You're the and as I'm kind of running up, you're the one that attacked the trade. You lied to me about who being a professor. And then my eyes kind of like glow a little bit, like a little like red, and just like fling my hand along my bracers, and just like fring, and then a firebolt flies at her.
Yeah, roll the hit.
You impersonated a professor. 12.
Does not hit, unfortunately.
I'm just so
You
mad that
can,
it's just
you
like,
can add a D4.
oh yeah, that's true.
It won't cost anything. So.
Where the heck did it go?
And flanking doesn't count for spells.
No.
Even
Is
if
that a cocked D4?
I don't
Rightly, yeah.
know how this actually
I don't know if it
works.
was like
Oh,
they're,
what is
they're
that? Is that a
distracted.
It's
D4?
just like a
kind of
D4 with like a
logic.
little pyramid bottom.
Oh, that's
I
it.
guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Fucking one. Okay. 13.
13.
And just like, I'm just like running wildly and like, and like aim a little high and it just like sizzles the ceiling above her.
You're close now. Harmony, make another history check.
Is it different?
And also,
It was almost an 18.
Yeah, the
D4?
For ability?
Still blessed.
No, it's just attack and saving throw.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my other one is ability check. So.
10.
10.
I know.
I'll say that now that you're closer, Harmony, only a 10 won't get you who, but you see a good like chunk of like a face beneath the second face almost that's kind of starting to peel its way out. You recognize it. It's a face that's familiar to you. At least the small part of it that you see. But you can't quite place it just yet. All you know is that you recognize that little piece of face that you saw.
Who are you?
Anything else you're doing on your turn?
No.
Nik-Nak, you're up.
All right.
I guess whatever my full movement was, I don't know, it's probably around there.
Yeah, I'll just like, let's go, Sledge! And I'll take my full movement.
Don't leave me.
Let's go, Tim, let's go! And then, bonus action, I would like to stow my blunderbuss. And I don't know how this would work, but I would like to shout out, "Don't let her get away!" and throw the bear trap that I had earlier at her.
Alright.
How heavy are bear traps?
It's true.
And they're about as
Like-
large as you are.
Like, bear trap's probably like that.
not
Like
really
this.
strong.
That's
big.
true.
You discus
Yeah,
it
you
as
can-
you're
Yeah,
kind
I'll
of, like,
discus
spinning
it.
around.
You'll give it a sledgehog to throw.
I've just
Sure,
only ever seen
yeah.
them in like cartoons, so I don't really
Sledgehog,
know.
catapult mode.
Sledgehog, throw it now!
Alright. Have Sledgehog roll an attack throw.
Okay. Oh god.
what's the range of a bad trap?
Oh no.
You hit me.
12.
12.
Like, Nik-Nak, you still have your bless, right?
Oh, I do?
Yeah, or inspiration, I mean.
Yeah. I'll try that.
I don't know. Can they be
I think you used it for
interchangeable
damage.
with-
Used it
from?
Oh yeah, you
No,
used it for.
I have the one that you gave me, or is that the D4?
That's the D4.
That's
And it's
Nik-Nak-
Sledgehog, not you.
Nik-Nak
So
still
if
has
Nik-Nak
a bar
throws
of
it,
inspiration.
Oh, he wouldn't have it then. So yeah, it's just a.
yeah,
it's
okay,
just
yeah.
Oh, okay. So Sledgehog kind
Sorry,
of
just-
whips it around and it like about 8 feet away.
Well,
Right behind
that?
Zakkai.
Yeah, don't back up.
Where is it?
Behind Zakkai?
Yeah, a little
Like
behind
right
the
here?
guy. No,
No,
even
it's
closer
like-
to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Oh, you said
It's like
8.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone be careful.
everyone get her!
Anything else on your turn?
Watch out for the bad trap.
Oh, you're on the bear trap. Not gory at all. It won't be gory at all.
On her turn, she kind of like grips the
Trapped.
staff and looks at you, Anara, and kind of like narrows her eyes. As now one is like a completely different color than the other one. She kind of glares at you. There's nothing you can do to stop us. There's nothing you can do to stop evolution. and she kind of like slams her staff down and casts Dimension Door.
Wait, I do have one thing. Was that the first attack to attack her since I cast Guiding Bolt on it?
No.
No,
yeah, okay.
missed.
You missed that. No. Just making sure. In case that bear trap didn't miss.
Miraculous bear trap.
Miraculously.
But she's gone. You're technically no longer in combat.
Yeah.
How far can Dimension
Where'd you
Door?
go?
Dimension Door can reach 500 feet.
Temp scrambles up to everyone. Oh my god.
The first thing I do is sense the direction of the Pontifex. If the Pontifex is still within 1,000 feet, I'm gonna know from the dagger.
You sense that he's a good, like 30 feet below you and slightly off to the side. He's on the floor beneath you.
I marked the Pontifex with the dagger.
Or no, sorry, not the floor beneath you. This is the bottom floor. He's more like 30 feet to your left.
Do
Or
we
to
chase
this
him?
direction, yes.
They
Let's
can't.
go.
They gotta go. They
my
can't
God,
be
this
doing
was
anything
awful.
good.
Point the
I'm
way.
going to dash as fast as I can.
Yeah,
in
same.
Yeah,
that-
same.
If we're all
the way he
running.
went, and then
I
kind
had to
of
use both
try
my
and keep
second level
track.
spell slots. The one time I
Where-
could have used
where he
freaking. I
is.
know.
Yeah. You definitely.
Who's fast?
Me.
I'm not that fast, but
I'm not either, but I can.
Sledgehog is
hustle.
fast.
While I'm running, can
Mhm.
I grab a healing potion
Yeah.
and take it, please?
Body's just.
If a minute passes over the course of this chase, Blast goes away, but you're two. The bond
Oh, ours
lasts
comes
for
back.
10 minutes.
Okay.
So as long as you're within 30 feet.
So does any like
Can
inspiration
I
and stuff?
do it slowly enough to
I don't know
get
where I
full
got that.
effect? Or
Why I
do
got
I
that.
make
Yeah,
it-
you can
Sledge's
take
inspiration.
While dashing
Mm.
and chugging.
I'm just
But you already gave me one back. Right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was.
I'll push shots as you go.
yeah.
Well, you dash and then you wait for us to catch up. You take a sip, and then you dash and you wait for us to catch up. And you take another sip.
Marathon running, like grab a thing.
Yeah, I
Pace
will,
yourself!
No, I have
also
a spell.
lay on hands
That could
myself,
make us
just
all
shock myself to
fast.
try to
Use
jolt
bonus
myself
action
fast
dash.
enough to keep up with the Anara.
But it's a second level. I
and
only
heal
have 2
myself a
slots.
little bit.
And I thought it sounded so cool, but I've never had like. It's never quite worked.
I know.
Because I can't pick and choose who it applies to. It's anyone within 30 feet of me.
So am I getting the
in a
sense that we were in this area before? Has he headed
Yes.
back into the place toward the
Essentially, yeah.
elevator?
As
Toward the
you're
crystal?
moving this way, you can feel him getting further from you,
That
but you
way.
know you've been here before. You know the
Okay.
layout kind of loops around.
I shout back, he's headed toward the dumbwaiter where we came in before. Nik-Nak, remember to go straight past the...
What? What do you mean? Past the what?
The Arcanum, don't get distracted!
So we're all just.
But should we set this to blow?
No.
You can keep up with me, right?
I only have 30 feet, but I could like do a thing to double it for at least like an action or two or turn or so.
So yeah, I'm going to be dashing.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I'll do once I've done the healing potion is take out the little vial of the tea,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll take a shot of that as well.
So we're all just running after Anara,
Yeah.
trying to keep up.
Can you keep up?
My heels are.
Sorry.
Everyone else is
Big
better.
feet.
Yeah.
Big hoofed feet. Boom, 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 boom.
So,
Do I
you kind
feel
of-
like we're getting closer?
Absolutely. Now that you come like round the corner, I was gonna say, is everyone booking it, or are you any of you stopping?
I think we should all stay
Yeah,
together.
we're gonna dash with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of get in that, and then eventually you kind of wind down the corner and come to this big first room with the massive boulder of red crystal arcanium kind of sizzling and crackling with energy in the middle of this room. This is where you all kind of get first. Any change in plan? Anything that's happening?
Was it sizzling and cracking the first time we were in here, or was it just like inert?
No, it would every once in a while kind of like.
It looks the same
Yeah.
as it did before.
It seems on, if anything.
Which
Or being
direction?
used.
Do I get a sense of which direction the Pontifex is in from here?
Straight ahead, a good maybe like 80 feet.
So straight ahead as in that
Mhm.
way? This way. So I'll go down the corridor back to the library room. Do I get the sense he's gone that way, to the library? I shout back. The library and the dumbwaiter.
I guess as we're running through the room, I would just check if there's if I just am like slowing down a little bit to see if there's an obvious like a big lever that's pushed up like it's on. If there's anything that looks obvious enough that it could be like turn the whole thing off.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, Nik-Nak was actually going to tell everybody, like, you all go ahead. And then he's going to stay here to try and dismantle the thing.
Sure, Tommy.
Thing.
You got your chisel and your
16
hammers, yeah.
investigation, 16.
As I get ready to
16?
destroy stuff with you, it's like, oh, fix it, destroy it. What are we doing?
You kind of like get up. You see that there is a large kind of console off into one side of the room that does have a bunch of kind of like levers and knobs and stuff on it. You do see that there are. You don't know what any of them really do, but you can. There's always cinematically a big red button, big red lever, or whatever that kind of is very obvious, like on, off, or like go, start. And there is like a large kind of crank lever that has a couple different like stops it can do. That is clearly pushed up all the way at the one. You can ascertain that it is a like power level adjustment kind of lever.
Pretty sure it's this one, and I'm just gonna turn it off.
You kind of pull it, and there's like everyone hears a faint like.
Nik-Nak!
Like
It wasn't me. I was turning it off. Whatever it's doing can't be good.
kind of that big engine kind of wind down.
Okay, let's go. We gotta keep up.
Are these like things connecting it to the sort of like console? I'll take a second to have Sledgehog try and like hammer one like to disconnect whatever
Okay.
it is.
He starts going at least one kind of rapid deconstructing, essentially. Everyone else kind of going for it?
Yeah, I'm still just dashing behind him.
I would
Same.
follow as well too if you two are.
I
Not
would be
giving up
just
the chase.
like, a
Once I
couple
get
steps
this-
behind.
Once I get
Let's go.
within, you said like 80 or 90 feet, if I get a beat on him at all, I'm gonna slow up enough to keep closing, but allow them to catch up.
We'll do like a
faster.
rough, like
I don't know
Anara's
how fast
ahead,
he's going
we're
compared to them
here.
versus me. I'm
We'd be
like,
like a
Basil
The movement's
came
only
in.
like 10
Well, I
feet
don't know about
faster,
the rooms, but
yeah.
just in terms of like a chase. Like Anara's ahead. You guys didn't stop at all.
Exponentially.
I stopped a little bit to turn the thing off. What did you do? Did you stop?
I would have stayed with Sledgehog as he would beat the thing, but I would have
So-
immediately started running.
So we're kind of like a little
bit
behind
behind,
them
yeah.
because we paused for a second.
So you get into that first hallway, there's that side door that goes off to the room that says the Grand Evolution on it, but you sense that he's further down in the Sanctuary of the Pontifex that you encountered the first time.
Oh, right, so that first room. Do I get the sense he's in there? Okay, so I slow up as I get to that doorway. And so do I get the sense he's within 60 feet? And is he staying in that room? For
You
the moment?
sense like frantic kind of mini movements within the room, as if he's kind of running around inside the room. Otherwise, he seems to be staying inside.
Okay, then I'm going to kind of crouch by that door up until the point where people are within like about that distance, 50 or 60 feet. And then I'm going to look back at everyone and say, he's in this room, follow me. And I will trigger the mark to death mark abilities within 60 feet. So I will teleport to within a space 5 feet next to him.
So you all kind of watch as Anara like says that, looks back at you, then looks back at the door, and kind of just vanishes in a little flash of purplish like black smoke.
And then that means I can then take an attack with him with the dagger with advantage on that first attack.
As you appear in the room, you see that he's kind of there, only 5 feet away from you, at that desk, at the very tip of the room, kind of like frantically. You see him tearing things out of the desk, and kind of like things are being strewn on the floor. He's taking time after everything he pulls out to rip it or shred it. There's a few things on those shelves that have already been destroyed, essentially.
Okay, I'll make my attack.
Roll in half.
One more time.
Advantage. Again? Okay. That is for 8 points of piercing damage.
You also notice that there's a bit difference in him as you kind of like reach out and swipe. There's less. You didn't notice at first, but as you kind of like swipe, definitely hits. You can roll damage. Do you hit because there's nothing in the way like there was before?
Oh, so all the stuff has come off?
You kind of like
or-
rip up and like go to slash him, and he quickly recoils, takes the damage, and kind of falls and holds up his hands in front of him. You see off in the one corner is a sort of like mannequin with a harness on. It has a bunch of pipes and...
Oh, like it's a suit or something that he was wearing?
Like a backpack.
A fraud.
Seems to be there's
Stop
a-
ripping up the papers!
Stop!
Did I hear ripping papers?
Stop! Stop! Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me!
Is he surrendering?
Yeah, seems to be giving up, and he's kind of like crouched and cowering and like in that corner. Don't hurt me, please! Please don't hurt me!
We haven't. Someone, can we restrain him?
Can I insight check him to see, like, is he kind of like faking, like, oh, or does he seem like actually confused, like all of a sudden he doesn't know what's. I don't know.
Roll insight.
Yeah, maybe not confused, but. 13.
13. Definitely doesn't seem confused or anything, but he 100% seems to be surrendering.
He does seem to be genuinely
Genuinely cowering.
Like a
Okay,
ruse
okay.
or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just hold the dagger at his neck. And Harmony, I hate to break it to you, but he's been destroying these books. and
I can
papers.
help.
Can't believe it.
Don't worry about that now. If we
Can
need
you
something,
mend them?
I can fix it. But let's focus on him.
Bind him.
Yeah, I'm gonna start shaping sand, and I would like to like kind of manacle his
Form little
hand.
manacles?
Yeah.
And this.
I'll start picking up all the ripped pieces of whatever he was ripping up.
Handing them one at a time to me, and I just keep spamming mending over and over.
And then I'll point out the weird kind of
Yeah, I want to be poking that thing to make sure it
jacket
doesn't like
thing. He's like, I think
for like
he
activate.
was wearing this before. Basil, did you? Remember he was wearing the.
Yeah, I thought I cut one off. I just
As you nudge it, it kind of hisses and like a couple of spurts of steam come off of it. But as you kind of like back up from it and it kind of cools down, you like take a moment and poke it again, and it does it again, and you kind of realize that it's only acting as if it's pumping this kind of stuff when it's triggered to. There's very much a device, a harness, a thing that he was wearing that is not indeed part of him. It doesn't seem to be connected to anything else.
Okay.
It just seems to be a thing that when you like push the button, the bubbles start, and that's pretty much all it seems to do.
So what a wearable contraption that does something.
So it's like just for show. It's not.
Yeah, the
doesn't do
something
anything?
is that all it seems to do. There doesn't seem to be any other function to this, other than
Pay no
make
attention to the
steam
man
and
behind the
bubbles.
curtain.
It's just a stage prop, basically. It's not a bad idea.
Please, I will go quietly. Just you don't know what you're doing.
Then tell us.
What are you talking about? Where did the other woman go?
I don't know. She's
Who is she? Who is that? Who is it under the
who's the many-faced
face
lady?
that was falling off?
I don't have to tell you anything.
We don't have to let you go.
I'm gonna tighten the manacles a little bit.
Start pulling hammers down on my my gun.
I happen to know a beast that's sitting right outside the lighthouse that would love a snack.
All right. You've convinced me. But fine. What do you want to know? And you see that he's got like the very long kind of like grizzled kind of like beard and mustache that seems to be slowly peel. The spirit glue is starting to give way as like one of his like sides of his mustache kind of like folds off a little bit, and he presses it back on.
Is it
With his-
a disguise? Are you? Is that your real face, or just scratch at his face?
The beard, goatee, and stuff kind of come off. You get like a faint.
What is it with you and your faces?
It's just a disguise. It's just a disguise, all right. That is real, very much real. This is just for display.
I put my gun on.
Why are you playing this game?
Yeah.
What are the goals of the Tartaruchi? Why was this happening?
Oh, I said something about awakening your true potential or something. I can't keep track anymore. I've done this a couple of times.
A couple times.
Is this guy just an actor?
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I would also like to make an insight
I
check
too.
on that.
That's 22.
15.
Mine's a 16.
Like he's not really part of the
Yeah,
cult. He's just a
yeah.
hired actor to play
Yeah.
the guy.
Just
Yeah.
Fucking cost.
With that insight, Anara, there's just enough of like wherewithal and self-awareness in him that he's not brainwashed or anything like that. Nor is he an actor per se. You're getting very much Wizard of Oz vibes from him, where he is indeed the leader of this cult, and probably not. The cult members do not know what he truly is.
So he's just a kind of figurehead.
I'm gonna
He's
take
a
a
con
look at
man. That's
what
he
he was
is.
tearing up and like what I pieced together. Does it seem like actual information, or is it like fake passports? Like,
Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna put my gun up to his kneecap and tell him what's in the nest.
damn it.
It's what she found. What she found.
What she found?
What Selka found.
Selka.
Where is Selka?
I don't know. She ran.
What do you mean she ran?
Where would she
She
run?
ran. She teleported or something.
Is
Where does she normally go?
is Selka the woman with the staff?
Yes. Selka.
Why would she be leading a cult?
I got 3 on my investigation
Do
check.
you know her?
You're not quite sure.
Yeah.
The pieces are too small and torn.
I-
You just see like numbers sometimes.
She's a famous historian and a scribe. I was looking for her here to help see if I could get her help to finish my project for school.
This is her real face that you think? Or-
I had recognized the face underneath who we thought was the woman with the staff, but I couldn't quite place it at the time. But she was also the woman on the train that had the briefcase attached to her hand.
That was Selka?
That was her too.
I'm just gonna leave.
No, you're not.
If I try to remember, because that was correct, right? That I'm
Yeah.
remembering it. It was the older elf woman on the train that had that looked nervous.
There was that woman, but you did not recognize that woman as Selka.
Okay.
Okay.
But you did recognize the older woman who had a kind of bundle. That
And
was she
looked
was
nervous.
Yeah, she looked pretty nervous.
Okay. Just make sure I'm not me personally remembering. Okay.
But no, you remember that person? But no, she was not.
Okay.
At least not recognized by you by
Right.
Selka.
And sorry, just the sort of disguise or whatever he's wearing is not the same kind of effect as this other woman.
No, hers was it was a full.
That was like really
His is
like
a
there were
disguise
other
kit.
faces
he is
underneath.
quite literally wearing stage
This
makeup
is
and
makeup.
yeah,
This
fake
is
beard.
Yeah.
disguise,
Yes.
basically. So, what is your role with this
I'm
group?
Pontifex. He kind
Yeah,
of
but
points at the.
what do you do?
Oh, I lead the cult. Well,
What does the cult do?
Selka
To
leads
do
the
what?
cult.
For what purpose?
Oh, I'm not sure what they do anymore. I just needed subjects.
For your experiments, this lifeblood and how it changes people?
Yes.
Are they having you do those experiments for them, or are you just doing this on your own?
For them, yes.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Roll a
yeah.
section.
I'm not even.
Yeah, no point.
16.
16.
Yeah.
He is most certainly not being coerced.
You're,
What's Selka's goal?
why is she leading this cult, looking for the nest?
Oh well, she's just doing what I told her to do, and she just got a bit carried away.
So
What did you do?
hired Selka?
Yes. Or recruited. She's the one that found the nest, and that's what I've been using.
Where was it found?
Somewhere on her expeditions, a long time ago. The woods, the lost woods.
And what is it?
It's the source, the lifeblood source.
That's where the lifeblood comes from?
Yes.
All the blue stuff.
Yes.
But there's a whole pool of it over there.
Oh well, that is. Thank you. I don't mean to toot my own horn. It's pretty close to the original, isn't it?
So it's not the real thing that they have.
And that's why it's not working quite.
There's
right.
different levels.
But if
The
Selka,
last
how did
word.
Selka lose the nest? If she found it in the Lost Woods,
Oh, it's a long story. She gave it to me. I lost it. We got it back, and now it's lost again. Do you know where it is?
no.
No.
I'm looking
He's
for
an
Selka.
idiot.
We're like, no!
I don't even reply. I don't trust myself.
I need to find Selka if she's alive. Where would she go next? Is there another safe house, or what is your plan after this?
Oh, this is pretty much as far as I planned out. Like I said, this was originally my idea, but she sort of took it and ran with it. Actually, I'm pretty sure she's not sure what's real anymore and what's not.
What do you mean?
Is it just like the other people that you've brainwashed?
I am very convincing. I haven't done anything to brainwash anyone. Selka might have. She's more the magic user.
I'm not very convinced by that.
I'm just a chemist.
How long have you been working with her?
Good 12-ish years.
A long
Is this
time.
the only place you've been doing these experiments?
No.
The other places are.
They're gone. We
So
destroyed
you
them.
move around.
The contamination.
Where
Where
else?
is this lost wood? Which is it in Abenthal?
Yes, Abenthal, it's to the east. Oh, here, good couple hundred miles.
Does it go by any other name?
No, it's the Lost Wood.
Very little's known about it.
Have we heard anything about it?
The only people that would have been Harmony. You 100% know about the Lost Wood, which...
I can fill you in on it later.
You
But-
know of this place?
It's part of my project. I've been trying to find Selka and Goran Zord. They're the only people that have
He
ever
looks like
been
he
in
knows
there.
that name.
Who's Goran Zord and how do you know him?
Well, he's a famous adventurer.
Right, he
Well,
was
you didn't.
quite famous, probably hundreds of years ago.
But-
He died.
Oh, but not. Okay.
Selka's an elf, so she's still alive.
He
But
was
she
his
accompanied him.
assistant. She was Goran's aide or something during his...
Scribe. She's a scribe and a historian and librarian, and she accompanied him on his expeditions into the Lost Woods. I found some of their maps, but they're the only people that have written anything about it or come back alive, really.
Are there people that live there?
I don't know. It's just a very unexplored area, unmapped. Not much is known about it. It just takes up kind of the middle of Abenthal. But apparently that's where the nest came from.
And
But
we
I
know
can't
that-
believe that Selka would be using it for some evil purposes. There must be some reason that we don't
You
understand.
all seem like you have your hands full on this.
You stop.
I pull you back.
She may be corrupted or have clearly this lifeblood does something to people in their minds over time.
What other locations have you all worked in?
There was our first base was south of the Lost Woods, but that was a small operation. We left that. Then we had our second one in Maljour, and this would be our third.
We need to find her.
Where did you get all of the arcanium?
Oh, that was Selka's doing as well. That I just told her what I need, and she acquired it. I'm not quite sure how. She has the strength and resources that she does, which is quite adept magic user game.
So,
handy.
what do you do successfully?
Quickly.
I'm a chemist. As you saw out there, my latest creation is pretty accurate, pretty close to the actual lifeblood. We've been able to replicate almost the exact properties.
What does the lifeblood do exactly?
Oh, it's like any raw material. You just bend it and tweak it just enough, and you can make it do almost anything you'd like.
And this
Kind of
that
like the
you've
arcane.
made in this big pool, you say it's almost. Does it have any properties?
It's pretty close. We're just waiting for it to be perfect. After all, highest bidders don't bid on faulty equipment.
Highest
So it
bidders.
doesn't work.
Who's funding this?
It works.
Who do you
It's-
plan on selling this
Yeah,
to?
who's funding this?
Who's your clientele?
We're still fielding buyers, but there's always someone
So none.
who's willing to pay for something like this.
People in this city?
Oh, I mean, this city is just out of the way, so we were able to set up a shop here, essentially.
What is it supposed to do? What are you trying to perfect it to do?
Does it have anything to do with the Titans?
Yes, it's to replicate their abilities, to replicate the genetic prowess that they had, and
That's just what
implant
he
it
wants to do.
in a mortal being, and at least in a small doses.
But-
Imagine the potential in yourself that you can unlock.
Radical
just
people
with a
like
taste.
this.
That's not perfect yet. It's not perfect yet. Don't judge too harshly. But if you are willing to buy, I am willing to start
Hey,
at prices.
Shut up.
If the
Opening
lifeblood
bid,
could do anything,
10,000
why
gold
wouldn't
pieces.
you could make better healing potions? You could cure diseases. You don't have to.
Precisely.
Well, that's clearly not what you're doing.
They're trying to achieve power from it
Rather boring.
because
Very-
that is what would make them money if they can sell this as a
Device
weapon.
here, just
Yeah,
a costume?
regardless of the potential of this, it's in the wrong hands.
One has to
It's definitely-
be theatrical when
It's a
recruiting
costume.
subject.
Who do we take this information to? We have him. What do we do now?
If we let you go, what would you do?
We need to find.
we
We need to find
we-
Selka.
I would take the first step on the path of righteousness, my friend, and realize my errors of my
Insight
ways.
check.
I'm just gonna smack him on the head.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell.
Oh, it's nice.
23.
Yeah, the net 25.
Yeah.
It's my only thing I do.
Is he will do it again. He's done it and he will do it again.
Yeah.
Sledgehog, break his foot.
Well,
Sledgehog just like slams a little mallet against his foot.
Yeah.
Ah! Fuck! He immediately starts screaming, trying to grip at his foot, but his hands are bound and he kind of flops over a little bit.
There we go.
No! I'm doing
Why'd you have to do
nothing
this
illegal.
What
Nothing
do you think
illegal.
You know
I
how many
mean,
people have died because
I
of
can
you?
prove that.
There's no. They've willingly agreed to participate.
We
in the
have
law.
evidence of this. We have your books. We have a proof here. There is a paper trail a mile long.
we'll let you live if you tell us where Selka's running off to.
What? I don't know. I don't know
Where would she be going? Where?
Well, then we don't need
Where?
him alive.
Where would
I
she try to
started
hide?
the cult because I felt like it'd be a good guise.
So you're
and
saying you
she
have no
became
useful
more-
information for us? That your purpose here is now no use?
Oh, no,
You can't
absolutely
help
not.
us.
He's just a
Certainly
pawn.
not. I am useful in every sense of the word.
Pawn.
After all the gallons of my creation out there, a lifeblood prototype. What do you plan to do with that?
Destroy it.
How?
Maybe lick it.
No.
I was thinking we could
Hey.
pee in it.
Yeah, we were gonna pee in it.
None of you are chemists, I see.
Well, then surely we'll mess it up so it doesn't work anymore. If we don't know what we're doing.
And just not knowing the exact chain reaction that would set off an explosive reaction, I'm sure you're all aware of that.
Well, it does seem
Uh-huh.
very
Uh-huh.
it does seem very reactive.
I'll insight check that.
Roll an insight check.
We know it's pretty reactive, but if this isn't the true lifeblood, maybe it's different.
Is there anything useful in these papers, Tam, that you found?
Like piecing that
14.
tiny mending. Doesn't seem to be. It's mostly gibberish.
Definitely sort of like a half-truth. These things. It's not that like...
There will be a reaction, but
Yes.
okay.
but maybe he doesn't know what it is.
Maybe it won't be an explosion, or maybe it won't be as catastrophic as he's suggesting.
You insight that he definitely knows more about it and knows kind of like any sort of tips and tricks, and that he's definitely holding back information about it, and there would be like reactions, and because technically you've volunteered several different ideas, destroying it, peeing it, whatever, all this kind of stuff. Not sure what any of those reactions that he might have recognized. You do know that like the insight check is high enough to realize that he has ever so slight superiority now, in the sense that like he knows that he knows more than you.
You said that, or we overheard Salka talk about going inside the nest.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Good luck with that without the key.
Have you been inside it?
Yes.
What is in there?
The lifeblood, the source.
What is it? Just
a
a
big
pool
bottle
on the
of it,
inside?
or-
Wouldn't you like to know?
If
If you've been in there and you know, you will tell us.
and if you had
I
had
don't
it,
see why I should.
if you had had it already,
rot
how
in
did
jail.
it get out of your hands? There was the
Take
whole
us as a
train
first
raid because you apparently lost it. What happened?
It was taken from us.
With
Who's-
good reason, I'm
And
sure.
who's working against you? Maybe we can find them and they can help us stop them.
I don't know. Progress has many enemies.
He's clearly delusional.
This is some propagandizing.
Is there anything here that belongs to Selka?
Well, I got a couple of these texts, I'm sure, and then the library, but I don't see why well, hold on. Who are you people? Why are you here? What is going on? What business do you have interrupting my work? Again, nothing illegal. Everything is fine. Every participant agreed willingly to participate.
I'm gonna use the sand and kind of like cover his hands with his finger still up, and then I'm just gonna put my scythe like right over and be like, "You're talking a lot. You're talking a lot. Not telling us enough."
I think we should be done with him and just drop him at the jail.
Pulls his hair.
Then how turn him in? Is it finally time to just hand this over to
Yeah.
someone else?
Perfectly willing to talk. But you should know that I am very well regarded and well respected, and this treatment of me
Can
will
you cover
not
his mouth?
go unseen, and the local authorities will hear about this.
Yeah,
Can you-
well, they'll
Can you cover
take
his mouth with sand, please? I'm so tired of hearing him talk.
And another thing.
So,
Well, what do we do
We're
with
not
this?
going to get any more information out of him, and we need to find Selka, if anything. But he does have a point. If this is wider ranging than we thought, if she's run to a different city, even they've been all over Aventhal. Maybe at this point, maybe we should just let the law handle this first.
we have some evidence. He doesn't seem to think so, but we have paper trails that show that they're doing these experiments.
No, we
Do you
can't.
not think the authorities in this city are worth anything? This has been going on for years here.
I don't trust the law.
I mean, the villagers have been missing and going here and joining a cult, and they're just turning
We
blind
don't
eye
even
to
know
it.
if some of them have gone willingly.
They must have been down here building this complex for years. The law has never seen any of it.
Probably 12 years.
We can't trust it.
Trust that.
I can't believe Selka would. There's got to be something more going on, but
So
we're the only ones with the full story, really, right now. And maybe we just leave the constables a little gift and see if we can track her down ourselves.
We're talking about leaving Port elsewhere together?
I think that's a good idea. I think traveling together is always smart.
It's safer, and we do pretty well together. We're
Pops,
a pretty
they-
good team.
They seem pretty capable.
Very capable. I mean, it's good to have friends along.
I was only supposed to be here for a couple of days anyway. My path takes me elsewhere.
And I
but-
mean, obviously I have to finish my project, but I have an idea. If the nest is so powerful and dangerous, why don't I turn in the nest as my project and then the headmaster and all the professors at Prismari can keep it and guard it.
We should learn more.
Then we don't
about
have to
it.
worry about keeping it in Sledge.
Yeah.
They can figure out what's going on with it, and if there's more we don't know about it, and I'm sure I'll get an A+ for that.
We
Well,
My
we
only-
need it to track her down.
And my
Do we need it to track her down?
My only concern is how clearly this is a corrupting force for people seeking this out. If they
But
have
you
people,
could say that about Arcanium. You could say that about a lot of things. But the professors at Prismari will obviously keep it safe for us and keep it in. I'm sure they have a vault for highly powerful objects.
Maybe
Some-
we tell them not what it is, but just to hold on to it for us.
well,
It did come
Harmony.
from the Lost Woods, so if anything, I found an artifact from the Lost Woods. But you know, for authoring my final paper,
Found
me.
but lost, but found and lost again.
Harmony, I don't know how often you've encountered this, but not every teacher has your best interests at heart.
Well, do you think we should hold on to it?
If we're not going to some sort of authority right now, I think we should keep it out of the hands of all authority. We seem to all be on the same side here. None of us seems like we would do anything with this to harm others.
That's true. I do trust you all, and I mean,
We could
I
learn
trust my
about what
professors,
is inside it.
Is it dangerous in there?
Perfectly safe.
Inside check.
Yeah, I'm also going.
13.
you can use your
23.
bardic is probably
Oh.
getting close.
18.
Perfectly safe.
Seems like he's telling the truth.
Great.
Maybe we.
But also, regardless of the nest, there could be any different version of horrible artifact that Selka could be responsible for moving forward. Maybe her vision changes. What's important is we need to go after her.
We need to find her and stop her
She's
before
dangerous.
returning to the city. We are not
Nik-Nak.
safe here. People think we are responsible.
Yeah.
Nik-Nak, are you okay with us keeping the nest in Sledge still? That's our only option, right? That's the only way we can.
There is another option. We open it.
We open it. See what's inside. Maybe we can cause a little chaos in there and then become useless to them.
Maybe there are answers as to its origin, perhaps clues as to where she may have gone.
But maybe we don't open it.
That is the true source of power.
Maybe we don't open it in the city.
No.
Take it somewhere remote.
We should definitely leave the city.
Yeah,
It
especially if the city
seems-
are looking for me and Nik-Nak. They think we messed up the Scarlet Rails. We didn't do anything.
No.
Well, and they wanted to arrest me just for being an innocent victim on the train attack.
We can't trust them.
See? The law is stupid.
I guess I do see what you mean. It's not always. They don't always have.
So
They're hampered by their bureaucracy.
it's a hard lesson to learn, but we seem to be backed into a corner here where we don't have many people we can trust.
All right.
Well, the sooner we get it out of Sledgehog, the better. But are we going? Are we doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should. We can't let her. She's only gonna get further away the longer we wait.
Until such time as we've solved this, we should act as the authorities on this matter.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, you're right.
we are. We are the foremost authorities right now.
We can't
Are
trust the
we-
law. So.
Are we an adventuring party?
Well,
You look very excited.
Well, yeah, that's so
They-
cool.
I've read a number of books about historical adventuring parties. I'm sure Harmony has as well. They're a bit
So
of
many.
a, bit of a trope, but could be very
just
useful.
indulge in it, Tem. It's
Oh,
fine.
okay. Of
What's
course,
what's
of
wrong with the
course,
party?
Of course.
Well, we all probably have tasks, things that we brought us here in the first place. Perhaps we can help each other with those. I heard a little of your plans to go home eventually.
Well,
And if I just write down everything we know so far and send
could
back some of
turn
the
it
papers
as a
that we
paper.
have, that
They don't need
will-
the actual artifact, at least not yet.
they don't know that we have the real one, and there'll still be more information than what they had before. I'm sure it'll be an A+. I'll graduate, and I'm sure I can finish class remotely. I'll just send them a package.
Well, my journey was just taking me all over. I didn't have a particular destination, so wherever we end up with this is fine by me. I can continue with what I need to do from anywhere.
me and Hops will eventually have to go back and talk to Rita.
You can eventually go back to once, but it's...
But if you all help me gather some scraps, I'm willing to head out.
All right.
All right. So we're doing this.
So
So
screw the constables.
Yeah.
Screw the constables.
Yeah.
Fuck the law.
Screw the constables.
Say it, Harmony.
Screw the constables.
Doesn't that feel good?
Whew. It's exhilarating. My heart is racing. Whew.
Well, if you
Okay.
can't trust the law, we'll be the second law.
Oh.
the second law.
The law that people turn to when the first one is useless.
Yeah.
It's like a second chance. Like someone's got to look out for the little guys, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
People in power can be corrupted, and sometimes the people that don't have it deserve it.
Don't move that sand. All right.
He makes a good point. What do we do with him?
Well, he's very dangerous.
Oh, well,
We might.
He said he would do it again.
He did say he would do it
gosh,
again.
now that we've taken on this
say
responsibility,
he
these
would
hard
do it
questions
again.
do seem quite
It
difficult.
could be advantageous to actually just lock him up in case we want to return. He has a lot of information.
He said he also has a lot of influence.
Yeah, he said he might turn all of this on us.
Why don't we just set the Arcanium to explode and just leave him here?
At least it'll be quick.
I do hate to see all of it go, but I'm sure there's more somewhere.
Well, Nik-Nak, do you know how to make a timed explosive? I don't know how.
I might have to look at that machine in there and give it a once over, but it's certainly possible, I'm sure. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Okay. You made a good point. If he is as influential as he liked to say he was, then he probably could just bribe the guards to let him out, and then who knows what else he'll do, like for experiments, and what other innocent people he'll pull into all of this.
He's made it this far being a con man, and there is a
12
level
years.
of charisma
And
in that.
it's unfortunate, but sometimes to unite people and stomp out corruption, there needs to be action taken.
I guess that's also the responsibility of the law,
The second law.
the second law. I trust our judgment.
Well, I can go take a look.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go back to the Arcanium room, see if there's any way that I can overload it, but maybe in a way that's not gonna blow us up.
Make an Arcana check.
What happened to that rhino creature? You sent it away?
Oh, well, he's just sitting outside the lighthouse, taking a little time to think about his actions. For a little longer now.
Hey, you guys!
I got a natural 20.
Wow.
You figured it out!
Did you figure it out?
Well, I think
Is this
maybe.
click button here that says explode in 10 minutes?
So yeah, I mean, what do I ascertain?
Yeah, after it's a few seconds. Takes a bit longer than a single die roll, but you actually like Nik-Nak leaves for a little bit, and there's that kind of moment where you're asking Harmony like, "Whatever happened to that creature?" And Harmony's like, "Oh, I think it should be just outside in detention." Nik-Nak can kind of like walk in, and finally like you can like feel the saliva in your like mouth as like you're alone in this room, and it's like if there was. Usually it requires like a time lapse in like a camera position to like watch someone kind of skitter around. It's full real time as Nik-Nak just goes like zips around the room, tearing things open, investigating wires and just stitching that, and then like using your wrench to like pop open this panel, digging inside. After a couple like less than 5 minutes with a natural 20, Nik-Nak, you're able to sort of hotwire this room essentially, and if you need to. You could feasibly overcharge this to the point where it would explode.
Mm-hmm. Would I be able to do that in a sort of timed situation so that we could still escape?
With that, you'd be able to, I'll say that you don't know how long, but you could basically essentially set everything up to like go, but instead of when it would like usually stop, it would just never stop. You would know how to like overload it to the point where it would explode. But it would be like a
chain
build-up.
reaction.
Yeah.
So
It's like charge, but then it never stops, so just start all of us will overcharge.
Exactly.
I can get her going, but she won't stop. So if we want to do this, we got to be fast and really, really run. Shut up.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, we can't leave all this equipment in this lab and everything intact. He'll only apparently bribe the prison guards and keep doing whatever he wants to do, so...
Speaking of which, if I was pulling any metal panels off of anything, straight into the craftsman bag.
Stripping the wires.
Yeah.
Well, we need something to go off of. We don't know where Selka could be going. Maybe that's...
I'll take one more look through the library and maybe see if there's anything new or anything we missed the first time we were just kind of running through, so we have some time now.
While you do that, Harmony, I'll check this desk out more closely if there's anything that he hasn't ripped or if there's very clearly something that was like a torn up map.
Both will make investigation checks real quick.
And I would purposely look for if there's a book that says like property of, something that's obviously hers.
I will grab Pontifex and drag him along the corridor to the
I
arcade.
finally did decent on
I'll start following.
Anyone want to come help me?
17 for the desk.
I'm sorry, what were you
Oh,
doing?
Harmony, you went to the
I was going to
library?
investigate the library.
Oh yeah, I'll join you in the library.
Yeah.
Then you configure the bench.
Thank God. Yes, okay.
Don't worry. It's going to be your
21 investigation.
final act.
Any good books?
Well, they're all books are good. But helpful, let's see.
Tim, you are kind of like rummaging through the desk. The only things that he has not destroyed, you see that there is a kind of rolled up leather kind of like pouch. You kind of open it up. It is a set of alchemist's supplies.
Okay.
Or alchemist tools.
I'll take it.
There is also a small, it looks to be like a ring, but it's made of glass, and instead of like a gem or a diamond kind of being set into it, it's a little like cork.
I will take that as well.
That's a cool word.
Well, no map or any other info in here, but hopefully Harmony finds something.
Harmony, as you're kind of investigating the library, you do see everything. You kind of rummage through all the shelves. A lot of the books are a lot of medical texts, a lot of kind of just books that where they've been keeping records of like people's transformations and like what level of lifeblood they need to achieve this, yada yada, stuff like that. You do see something that sits sort of out of place. There's a kind of tucked into one of the shelves is a satchel of sorts with a lot of scrolls and things that look more like a traveler's kind of gear. You kind of pull that down, and you do see there's a few like bits of like scrolls and stuff that look almost like half-completed maps or maps that were like started and then either changed or altered or discarded. But you do see a couple of maps, and they do look to be more portions of the Lost Woods, like those other maps that you found. And one of them does seem to have a location kind of marked in the Lost Woods. Possibly a place that maybe there's a good chance, as it being, you can ascertain this is most likely her stuff, a location that Selka is aware of, that nobody else seems to be aware of.
Carefully roll. I'm like carefully roll the map. Okay. I will take the satchel and go back.
So I'm dragging artifacts into the Arcanum room where I guess Nik-Nak is there.
And I'm helping.
So, do we have like rope or anything to find him properly?
I've got a little rope. I'll pull out my 50 feet of rope.
So, thoroughly bind his feet and his arms.
Hey, you started this. Exactly, you're going to finish it.
Your life's work, you would say.
Wow. Congratulations.
The work of
This
a
is really,
lifetime, you might say. And when you get to the other place, don't worry. It's not so bad.
Then I think we finish our business with him. We leave him tied up.
Are you ready?
Yeah, just let the other ones know, because we're going to have to really book it.
I'll call over to the library. Are you finished with your searching? Can we...
Oh yeah. I found some really good stuff. I can tell you all about it. Back outside.
I'll walk into the library and be like, okay, nothing else in his desk. I found some things, but nothing useful.
We should probably also make sure that we take care of that monster that it's just sitting up there right now.
Right.
But in a couple more hours, it'll just kind of be
take care of
loose.
itself with the explosion.
Right. Let's see
Will
how
it
big it is.
Explode that much?
We didn't see it at all in any of the way back here, right? We didn't.
No,
It's outside.
I told him to go sit
They
outside.
went out a different way. So
Okay, we
Think
gotta
about what you
decide. We gotta decide which exit are we taking.
Back
Back to the sewers.
Sewers or up to the dumbwaiter?
I think the dumbwaiter might take too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just
Yeah.
go out the
One-
sewers
okay,
and
okay.
away from here.
Gosh.
All right.
All right.
I feel
Let's light it.
so conflicted about this, but
Maybe
it's
should the rest of us go ahead and then Anara, you're really fast. Should you light it once we're already most of the way out and then
What kind of mechanism triggers it, Nik-Nak?
Well, you'll just have to curl these two wires together, and that really should do it.
Okay.
could you set it up so that the main switch that I turned off might be easier to recognize than some wires?
I can keep the power on it going kind of low. It will still exponentially increase, but if it's a low, it will increase slower.
Whatever you think is best.
So it will increase in chaos and energy and entropy the longer it goes.
Mm-hmm. I think it should give us enough time to get out.
The best we got.
I just hope that as Selka gets farther away, he said that there was some sort of magic they were exerting on the people to brainwash them. Hopefully that lifts for the people who got away.
Hopefully taking this down will
Or
take care of that
it's
too.
probably just some amount of the lifeblood, potentially.
There's no
We'll have to worry about that in
lighthouse.
a
There's
few more
nowhere
minutes.
for them to come back to.
Well, the further she gets, the harder it is for us to find her. So I think we should get going.
So let's hop to it.
Let's go.
I'm gonna jump on Sledgehog since he moves faster than I do, just to cover that base for myself. All right, everyone ready?
Ready?
Everyone kind of starts moving first, and you're kind of like the last one as you sort of set everything in motion, and you twist those two wires together, and there's a faint snap of electricity, and you kind of burns your fingers a little bit, and you pull back. And you wait, and you hear the kind of hum of everything coming back down, and the giant Arcanium boulder sparks and crackles a little bit, and you look over and you see there's a bunch of different like dials and meters kind of on the wall on this device. And you see that the one that is the only one that you care about is sort of like power level maximum or whatever, and it jumps from like 0% to 3%. and you kind of like wait just to kind of see like how long you will have. After a good like 30 seconds, from 3% to 8.
Time to go.
13.
Exponential.
Yeah.
8. 22.
Also,
As it starts to like slow going up, and you immediately rush out.
Yeah. Sprint, full sprint.
congratulations on a lifetime's work. So, the guy. Let's go.
He kind of just pathetically watches you guys leave, and he like looks
Hope it
over to
ends
like
with
the
a bang.
machine and like tries to start like crawling towards it.
I purposely wouldn't have gone back into that room to like see him or anything.
Yeah.
I would have been like library, and then like, okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah. Harmony and I just like.
Yeah. We're like, okay, we
It's
let
not
it.
morally questionable.
We
I can't see it.
approved it, but we're not quite there.
Ostrich
yet.
in the sand.
Yeah.
Absolutely. From a distance, a sky view of the kind of sleepy city of Port Elsewhere. It's late in the evening. There's still that massive spiderweb of docks that kind of reach out throughout the bay. City that kind of climbs up the side of the rocks, and then there's a high up cliff edge where that tiny little lighthouse kind of sits. And everyone in Port Elsewhere will be talking about it for months and months, if not years after, when that one night that cliff just explodes. As this
We
lighthouse
just watch it
turns
to see where
into
his
a fucking blast zone as it just explodes, and this massive explosion that starts off in a sort of like big cloud of kind of teal smoke and explosion and fire that eventually gets swallowed up by like sparks and flashes of red that kind of like the arcanium takes over and envelops the rest of the teal as this massive red explosion kind of like lights up the night sky. And we'll pick up there next time.
End with a kaboom!
Our first act as the second law.
Yeah.
Indeed. Everyone on the internet, welcome the second law.
Woo!
Chaos.
We're going to see just how legal these second law activities will
How
be.
lawful this lawful group is.
Yeah, we'll see. But until then, do your best. Roll all those nat 20s. We only saw a couple of them tonight. Actually, we saw a lot of them.
So close.
We saw a lot of close
19s.
ones.
We had a lot of
A lot of
19s.
19s.
But yeah, like I said, like, subscribe, and maybe you'll get advantage next time. But we'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye.